Guys, it's me again. It is Monday evening and there's Miss Janica yet again. She hasn't moved, she hasn't changed, she's still happy. Although in my previous video I did not explain what she was even wearing, so I will share with you the outfit she's wearing. And I wanted to also talk about something I found very interesting. I was chatting with one of my very good friends today about which is, the comments about your doll is ugly, or particular people or groups of people that are talking about artists as a whole and their criticisms of certain artists. So I thought that would be an interesting little topic to chat about. So I wanted to do a video about it. But first I'll just share with you quickly what Miss Janica is wearing. She's wearing my favorite brand. It's Chakati. I adore this brand. I love the sizing as well because it fits my dolls, even the more petite dolls. It's a 0 to 1 month size that Janica is wearing, and Janica is a newborn size baby. She's not a tiny newborn by any means. She's just I think she's a very average size newborn. It's just my opinion. Based on like my babies and their size when they were born. But she's wearing this really cute little romper with the little white, love this, and I'm going to cast a shadow, so I apologize, a little white onesie with this, I love this little flower detail, like its little petals around the neckline. And then she's also wearing a cute little bow that I picked up at the doll show when I was there last summer. And she's wearing a pair of little suede shoes by Zara. So she's looking cute as can be. I love her. Love, 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 love this baby in anything pink. She can pretty much wear any color. And after watching my video back, after uploading it the other day, I noticed how, my complaint as usual is simply that the coloring, the lighting in this room makes her look jaundice. Actually, she looks like a newborn that has jaundice, but in natural lighting she really doesn't look orangey at all. It just happens to be this lighting, and no matter what I do and no matter what angle I'm at, it's just not good lighting in here. It just is what it is. So anyways, topic of super interest to me, I thought was very, very interesting, that I don't know if I've really talked about on any of my videos. I thought I would share with you. I was talking with my very, very dear friend, my bestie, and she was talking about on a doll forum. It's not Doll Fan, it's one of the other doll forums, that a group of people were commenting about Claire Taylor babies and their thoughts of them thinking that all of her dolls are ugly. So this is very interesting to me because I am an avid doll lover of everything Claire Taylor. I don't love every sculpt she puts out, but overall, I think that every detail she puts into her dolls are the most realistic compared to any other artist's work I've seen out there. And I've seen a lot. I've not owned everyone's, but I've at least seen them to know, in comparison, different artists in things such as facial details, the mouth details, right down to the fingernails and toenails and shape of the fingers, and how perfectly Claire is able to get that in a silicone doll. So to me, when people make these statements, one, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think it's fantastic that people want to voice their opinion about different doll artists. That's fine. That is their prerogative to do so. But in comparison, I feel, and this is only simply my opinion, so I may offend people out there, and I apologize because this is not meant to offend anybody. It's just simply a discussion, sharing my thoughts and my opinions. I think Claire Taylor's sculpts of her babies are very realistic. And not every doll she creates is a pretty baby, as I would call them, but they're more character babies that have character in their faces. Because let's face it, I mean, I had beautiful babies, and everybody thinks their babies are beautiful because all babies are beautiful, but there are so many just every baby looks so different. And I think that every artist tries to capture different looks in the face, or they're trying to achieve, capturing a moment in a facial expression, which I can't even imagine how hard that can be to actually put that into clay and then create a silicone doll based on that. So to me, I think why I really enjoy Claire's work is because real babies aren't perfect. They aren't. They make strange faces. They're perfect in every way that they're supposed to be, but they don't look perfect and primped and picturesque every moment of their being. Babies make the most goofy, strange, adorable, whatever, any types of ranges of faces. And I think that Claire tends to capture those very unique, very character looks on babies' faces. And to me, they speak to me. A lot of people, I've gotten a lot of criticism on this baby especially, that they think that she is ugly. They make comments about the fact that she doesn't look realistic or whatever. Well, if I wish I should have thought about this ahead of time. If I pull one of my youngest daughter's pictures, and in one of her pictures she's squinty-eyed and she's newborn and she has this very same look on her face. And she has the little flared nostrils. And this is a very, very newborn depiction of a baby right here. She's not meant to be an older baby that is fully wide-eyed and smiling. And, she's a newborn. She's, a little rough around the edges. She's squinting. She's, new to the world. And that's, I think, Claire has captured in this particular baby that I just adore so much. And I think overall, even after having so many different other babies out there, nothing compares. I come back to this baby. People laugh at me because I keep bringing the same doll back into my nursery. And I've done it several times because I try other dolls, I try other artists. And really, for me, Claire Taylor is like the end-all, be-all for artists. I think there's no comparison for her silicone. And I think that she nails the details. I'm always in awe of the talent that she displays. So for, my friend who also owns a Claire Taylor baby, and I don't know whether she was necessarily hurt by the statement that, all of Claire Taylor's dolls are ugly type of thing. But I think that everybody's entitled to their own opinion, like I said. A lot of people look at Romy Stridham's dolls and they think that they are the most perfect, amazing dolls on the market. And for certain people, they really are. I've had several of Romy's babies, several, and they're beautiful. They're just not my cup of tea. They're not something I keep for very long. I think Abigail's the one I've kept the longest. She was a huge investment, and there were things about her I still didn't care for. And for the amount of money, there were certain details that to me were overlooked. And I think for that amount of money that you ask for a doll, I think that they should be better. And so a lot of the people that put these big opinions out there on forums and, different places that they express their opinions, a lot of the people I don't think have ever seen them to compare side by side. I have, which is why I have an opinion of certain things. I think that there's no perfect doll out there, first of all. And, I think what we fall in love with is what we fall in love with because of certain reasons, whether they remind us of our children, our grandchildren. Something about a certain doll will speak to us, and that's what draws us to them. But I think that every artist has their strengths, and I think that every artist has their slight weaknesses as well. And that shows in different types of sculpts and things. So it's just very interesting to me. I find it to be a really great topic because there are so many fantastic artists out there, and everybody kind of finds their favorite, I think, by collecting and seeing what they like through buying and selling and buying again. And eventually we all end up figuring out what artists are our favorite. And everybody knows that Claire Taylor is probably my most favorite and will probably always be my most favorite artist for doll collecting. But it's not to say that I don't really appreciate other artists' work out there. It just happens to be my opinion. And yeah, so I just think it's really interesting. I know that there are a lot of subscribers to my channel that have other types of dolls by other artists and will also share what they love about them. One of the subscribers and someone who I watch their videos of all the time loves the Julie Malloy babies. And they get a lot of criticism for how they look and that they're not realistic, but you know, in the eyes of the people that love to collect them, they really do depict a very, very new baby. They're not perfect by any means, sculpting wise, but they're absolutely, you know, they just tug at people's heartstrings. So, you know, so many collectors just are still on a waiting list just so they can get one. And you don't see them on the open market being resold very often at all, which to me speaks volumes of how loved they are, which I think is really, really amazing. But I love that this one particular YouTuber adores her. She's got two, and I just love watching her interact in her videos with them because I think they are just so sweet, and they just do look so newborn, and I think it makes me love them through watching her video and videos of her dolls. So I think it's just really neat because I think part of the enjoyment of YouTube is watching others enjoy their dolls. I think that for me is the best part of watching a video, is really seeing different collectors love each and every one of their dolls in different ways, and it makes me love them through their channels. Honestly, dolls I thought I would never think were dolls I would think were cute, or they grow on me after I've seen them in other people's videos. I just think it's really cool. I think that's what draws me to the YouTube community. So yeah, now I've rambled on, and hopefully I've kind of got my point across. I don't know if I really have or haven't, but it's just kind of a discussion, something I found was very interesting. And you know, how do you guys handle it when people make comments about your dolls that they think they're ugly, or they just, you know, I get often some very odd, strange, rude comments about different dolls that I've shown in videos, and I kind of chuckle about it because, you know, I don't take it real seriously because it's still, at the end of the day, it's just a doll. It's not my child. But, you know, it is what it is. It's fun of collecting, having different opinions. Thank goodness we don't all love the same thing, or else we'd all be fighting over the same darn doll, and that would be terrible. But anyways, that's where I'll end it. I just thought it was an interesting topic. It just kind of sparked my curiosity to chat about it with everybody. So, but for everybody else out there, continue to love your babies, whether people comment stupid, dumb, rude remarks. You just continue to love your dolls. The only person that needs to love them is you. It really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks at the end of the day, because it's your baby. You get to enjoy that baby, and shouldn't let anybody ever ruin that for you. So I hope everybody's had a great start to their day, week. It's Monday. I don't know how great it can be. Hopefully everybody's through their work at the beginning of their work weekend. They're moving on so that we can hopefully get through the week quickly. Our weather here is supposed to be really amazing. We're going to be like seeing almost 70 degrees all week, which to me is like astounding because it's November. Crazy to me. I can't even... I'll just enjoy it. I can not wear layers and bundles for a week. It'll be great. So anyways, guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful work week, and we will see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.